boy TP.
It's the OGJB.
And we back with the Change University ChangeU. Hey, yo, listen. I was talking to my brother and I said, bro, we can't just give information. We can't just give education. We can't just give a Saturday Nation. No, I'm playing.
Oh, now you're making things up. Here we go.
I'm playing. But we got to get something more. So listen, what we doing this week, we teaching people how to do what?
About to cook and eat.
Hey, yo, check this out. I was like, bro, we got to teach them how to cook. But not only how to cook, yo, we gotta teach them how to cook curry chicken and stewed chicken and rice.
Bro. You can't start them with the high level stuff. You gotta break it down to the basics.
That's what he told me. So check this out. Before we get there, they say before you run, you gotta walk. Think about when you was a baby. Before you walk, you gotta crawl. So check this out. This week we starting very basic with oodles and noodles. Bro, what oodles and noodles are we starting with?
See, usually, you got the packs, you got the cups, but today we doing the cup of noodle thing. A lot of people don't know this. Come in real close. Come in close. I'm gonna tell you something. It says, do not microwave. I'd be really intrigued to know why we're not supposed to microwave.
Bro, you can't microwave these. It says do not microwave. Why can't you microwave these?
I don't know. Somebody stitch this video and let us know why you're really not supposed to microwave these cups. But for the meantime, in between time, we're going to show you two different ways to make this. The right way, using the stove, and the way most of us make it, using the microwave.
Hey, yo, just to be safe and sure, I don't need nobody trying to sue the kid, all right? If you follow these instructions step by step, you'll be safe to go. Because the truth is, I've had people have told me, like, yo, TP, I burnt oodles and noodles because I forgot to check the water. I ain't had no water. Yo, TP, I was on TikTok and Snapchat and forgot the water was boiling and it burnt. Yo, fires is real things. And when I say that, I'm not capping. I dropped my daughter off at school and there was these firefighters and ambulance and there was police officers. Oh, we good. And police officers. And then later in the day, I read this article and the article said 3 people died in the fire. So there was a fire that happened and people died in it. And believe it or not, nobody plans to purposely start a fire. Well, some people do, right? They play with lighters and stuff. But nobody really wants to have their whole house burnt down and start from scratch. But what I learned is if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to fail at what you're doing. So check this out. Because the chef here, Chef JB with the pot. Yo, let me see your wrist real quick. Hey, yo, you see this? This wrist right here better than Steph Curry's. You heard me? Hey, yo, so what they gotta do, bro? Explain it to them. Break it down.
All right, so first and foremost, we're on the stove here. We got some water boiling. Now, when you take your cup of noodles, you want to unwrap. Take your cardboard off your cup of noodles. Get the plastic off your cup of noodles.
Important.
These are very important steps. You can't put the water in if you got the plastic on. So, all right. Put this, matter of fact, you want to make sure you put this in the trash can. Don't get in trouble for just putting stuff on the floor. All right. See, now here's the first step. You want to open the cup, but not the whole way. Only about halfway. This allows you to put your water in there. So now, the way that I was doing it for half my life, and I guarantee you, if you ask most of your parents, they're doing it the same way. They put some water in it and throw it in the microwave.
Microwave!
And I know you're asking, JB, how do I know how much water to put in it? Let me let you in on the secret. If you look right here, inside the cup, there's a line. That line right there is where the water needs to stop at. So, okay, once you got your cup full of water, you put it in the center of the microwave, and this is an important step that'll stop you from making a mess. Fold it over and put it on top of your cup, just like that. Throw that bad boy in there for 3 minutes, and you good to go. Oh, it looks like our water on the stove is boiling. This is important.
You started that early?
I turned it on when we turned the camera on.
Uh-oh.
So now, once your water's boiling, get your pot holder, because the pot gonna be hot. And pour it inside your cup. Right to that line. After you do that, use your cardboard again and fold it like such. Now, by the time TP's done giving you the message, food will be done, and I'll be back.
If somebody say TP and message, hey yo, check this out. I learned a long time ago, right? I was sitting in college, and it was like, man, I want to go eat here, but I ain't got no money. I want to go eat here, but I ain't got no money. You reach a point in your life where your parents will no longer fund the activities that you want to do. So what do? There's this thing called a budget, and there's this thing called making the best of your situation. These oodles and noodles, I went to buy these. This costs 60 cents, this costs 50 cents. So listen, if you ain't got 50 or 60 cents, I suggest you get one of them signs that them people be holding, and you start saying, hey, I'm broke and I need some money. I don't really suggest that, I'm capping. But the reality is most people have $1 or $2 to their name, right? You might not have 20 or 30 or $50, but you have $1 or $2 to your name. So oodles and noodles can be what you eat to survive. And why do I say survive? Because when I was in college, I promise you, I wasn't balling. But guess what I had? I had oodles and noodles. And then when I went to jail, most of you guys, come on! I need you guys to keep it a buck with me. You guys know I've been to prison. And when I was in prison, people was eating oodles and noodles. And you know what we would do? We would slam them on the floor and we would mix them all up and we'd make this thing called a chi-chi. So I need you guys to keep it a buck with me. When you down to your last year, you don't got no money, at least you know how to make some noodles, right? But in order to make these noodles, the real thing that we're talking about here is eating. And if you want to eat, if somebody wants to eat bad enough, you got to be hungry. Come on, listen, I learned that from Les Brown. If your belly is full, there's alligators, right? There was a study that said alligators that just ate their prey usually go to sleep. And the best time to attack an alligator is when the alligator is asleep, because that's when they're the most lazy. That's when they're the most lackadaisical. That's when they're the most nonchalant. That's when they're not worried about somebody coming to attack them. So listen, if your belly is hungry for success, you might have to eat some oodles and noodles on your way to that thing, right? To the Ruth Chris, to the steak, to the shrimp, to the lobster. If your belly is hungry, that's when you're most likely to put in that extra work that's going to separate you. But you gotta be hungry!
Food's done.
Uh-oh.
All right, now, so after your 3 minutes is gone, you come back, the top will just fall off.
It fall.
The top will just fall off, folks. Check out one in the stove. In the microwave. And it's ready to go as well.
Uh-oh.
So you see, with a few simple steps, you can have a good meal to eat. TP, go in there and show them what it look like.
Uh-oh.
Grab yourself a fork and dig in.
Which one is the least hot?
The beef one. I got the chicken one.
You eat yours first, I eat mine second. Because the last thing I want is to burn my mouth.
See, I know me personally, I don't like mine to be a lot soupy. So before I even take a bite, you'll catch me draining off a lot of the juice.
And if you see what we're doing, we're mixing the noodles up with the hotness, because the hotness is what makes the noodles soft, right? Right or right?
You got a point.
It's good like that. It's good like that. Muy caliente, mi amigo, mi hermano, mi burn me mouth.
Me brother softer than toilet tissue.
Jesus, what you say about me? Hey, I don't know how many of you guys ate something hot, but if it burned your mouth, that means it's too hot. So blow on it. But seriously, I want you guys to rewind, right? Hit pause and rewind to see how he made these noodles in the microwave. Because I don't want you to starve. Because a hungry brain, a hungry belly equals a hungry brain. And if your brain and your belly is hungry, you ain't gonna be nice. Let's just say that. You ain't gonna be ready to learn, right? Let's just say that. You ain't gonna be in the best position to be your best self. Can we say that? So listen, if you ever find yourself hungry, look in the couches, look in the car, get 50 cents, go get some oodles and noodles, and you know exactly how to make these things. Because I promise you one thing, after you eat this, you ain't gonna be hungry no more. You might want another cup. Especially if you cook it like old boat hair cooking. But you ain't gonna be hungry no more. But the truth of the matter is, we ain't talking about food. If you want to be successful in anything, bro, have you ever, listen, there's a saying, hungry dogs run faster. True or no?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever find yourself hungry, I guarantee you, you're willing to do things other people ain't willing to do. You're willing to sacrifice things other people ain't willing to sacrifice. You're willing to stay up a little longer. You're willing to wake up a little earlier. You're willing to put in the work other people ain't willing to put in. That's why I say you gotta be hungry. And your belly gotta be empty. Because if your belly's empty, you're willing to do anything to get it full. And we're not talking about food. We're talking about your education. We're talking about your business. We're talking about your kids. We're talking about your spouse. We're talking about anything that literally relates to you. If you are hungry for that success, if you are hungry for that next level, keep tapping in with us, baby. Because it's your boy TP.
No, just one more. No,
And we'll catch you next week. Let's get it.